Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. It's been a long time. I'm sorry I haven't made any content since I'm sorry again if I haven't uploaded video for the past 2 weeks. So I'm busy with stuff and yes, I understand. So tricky time in life, isn't it? Yes. So, let's on the video. So, today's video we are reacting riddles. Riddle me this. So, riddle me this from YouTube channel 7 Second Riddles. So, kitty riddles are the most adults. Well, I'm an adult, so how is this very hard? So let's go.
He was visiting a historical museum. He
Okay.
entered the wrong door and got stuck in a creepy dungeon. There he found a sufficient supply of buckets filled with food, medicines, and drinking water for a week. But Bobby didn't want to stay there that long. He searched for ways out and found these 3 doors. A hungry bear and a cub are hiding behind the first door.
Okay.
The second door leads to a wall of fire. And the third door leads to a lake filled with crocodiles. Can you help Bobby choose the right door?
First one.
The bear will try to protect the cub, even if you offer them all of your food. Swimming through a lake with crocodiles is also a bad idea. But Bobby can distract the crocodiles with food and use water from the lake and the bucket to fight the fire.
So I got the one.
So he should choose the second door.
Okay.
Bobby found out that
Hopefully
his favorite
this
rock
one.
band was
Okay.
playing a private concert for VIP clients in a luxury club.
Okay.
He decided to sneak inside the club through the backyard. But unfortunately, Bobby faced a strict guard behind the door. He refused to let Bobby in without a password. Can you help Bobby figure out the password?
The 2A plus BD.
Take a look at the guard's t-shirt. It's a Rebus.
Two.
The password is to infinity and beyond. Bobby's friend Mike is an expert on paranormal activity. He invited Bobby for ghost hunting in a creepy old hotel.
Okay.
Their equipment indicated strong signs that a ghost was hiding behind one of the 4 doors. Each door has an inscription. The sign on door A says, "It's behind B or C." Door B says, "It's behind A or D." Door C says, "It's in here." And door D claims that the ghost isn't here. Mike's psychic powers have told him that 3 of the inscriptions are false, and 1 is true. Can you guess which door leads to the ghost? Door D leads to the ghost. Why? Well, if the ghost is behind door A, then both B and D are true. If the ghost is behind door B, then both A and D are true. If the ghost is behind door C, then A, C, and D are all true. But if the ghost is behind door D, then the statements on all the other doors are false, except for that on door B. This matches the rules. Mike was standing on a 100-foot, 30-meter ladder. He slipped from the ladder and fell to the ground. But after the fall, he was absolutely fine and not injured. How could that be?
Because he on the first step. Yeah. He on the first step because.
Mike was standing at the bottom of the ladder.
Yeah, I got one right. Yes, I'm so smart.
Police officer Frank received an anonymous text message. It revealed an address where Frank could find one of the most dangerous criminals. The police went to check the area. They didn't know what the criminal looked like, but they knew that his name was Dirty Jack, and he was inside the house. The police busted in on a carpenter, a truck driver, a mechanic, and a fireman. All were playing poker. Without any hesitation or communication of any kind, they arrested the fireman. How did they know that he was the criminal?
Because all three are women and he's the only man.
The fireman was the only male in the room.
See?
The rest of the poker players were women.
Smart.
Dirty Jack wanted to escape from prison and found 3 possible ways out. The first exit is guarded by hungry dogs. The second exit has a tricky trap. A cage will fall from the ceiling and catch anyone who steps on the floor in this room. And an angry guard is hiding behind the third exit. No prisoner can escape from him. Which door should he choose?
I think number 1. Yes. Number 1?
The second one. He can throw his boot to activate the trap. And
Okay.
Dirty Jack got out of prison and found himself in the middle of the ocean. He landed in a cave underwater and got trapped. Stones are hanging above him, and he has only 2 options to escape. A huge jellyfish is waiting on the first path, and a hungry shark is waiting on the second path. Which way should he go?
Go the shark which is a go vegan, okay?
Dirty Jack should choose the second option. Take a closer look. This shark has a Go Vegan tattoo. Therefore, it won't hurt a human. So he can easily climb up through the hole in the cave above and escape.
Yeah.
What will be the resulting figure if we fold this open cube?
Gonna be B. It's B.
The correct answer is A.
Really? B? A? Really? Okay.
Correct answer is A. Cab driver Bobby was moving in the wrong direction on a one-way road. A police officer was standing nearby and noticed the driver. He didn't stop or find Bobby. Why? Because Bobby was going on foot. We've never mentioned that the cab driver was driving the cab, so this makes perfect sense. Bobby arrived at the local car service. He decided to give his car 3 coats of paint. Can you guess which coat would go on first?
Green? That's green.
The second, as it's the only coat that can go on the first coat.
Second, I don't know.
The mechanic told Bobby, "Hey bro, I'm gonna give you a discount if you manage to crack my riddle. So listen carefully. They are the 5 precious gems of an everyday sort, and all can be found on a tennis court. What are they? Can you solve this mystery?"
Of every...
And the correct answer is the vowels. A, E, I, O,
Right,
and U.
vowels, okay.
Bobby was having a cup of tea when he called the waiter and told him that there was a fly in his tea.
Yeah.
The waiter took away the cup and brought another one. But 2 seconds later, Bobby called the waiter again and said, "Hey, that's the same cup of tea." How did he know?
Because people sugar, it tastes sweeter, and that is his tea. He always put sugar in it.
Bobby had already put sugar in his
Yeah,
tea.
smart.
Bobby's friend Bill joined him during lunch and offered a bet. "If you solve my riddle, I'm going to pay for food. But if you fail, you're the one to pay." Bobby liked riddles and agreed. Bill put some matchsticks on the table and said, "Okay, here's the task. I've arranged matchsticks in a grid so that the first and second row, as well as the first and the third columns, contain 12 matchsticks each.
What?
Can you remove 4 matchsticks and rearrange all the remaining ones so that we're still left with 12 matchsticks in the first row, the second row, the first column, and the third column?
What?
Can you help Bobby save some cash?"
Yeah. Yeah, too.
Here's the solution. Bobby went to the restroom after lunch. Unfortunately, the door got locked automatically. Now Bobby needs to enter a password to get out. He found this hint hanging on the
What
wall.
hint?
A
Yeah.
word I know, 6 letters it contains. Subtract just 1, and 12 is what remains. What am I? Can you crack the code?
Word they knew.
The correct answer is dozens.
Does that today?
Bobby's friend brought him to a round desert island by helicopter
Does
and left him
that
there.
okay?
Bobby wanted to spend some time alone, but something went wrong.
Yeah.
He met a lonely lion. Bobby and the lion are standing on the island that measures 1 unit in radius. Both of them can effortlessly run the speed of 1 unit maximum. Let's suppose that the lion is very hungry. Will he be able to eat Bobby? And if yes, how long can Bobby survive on the island?
One day.
There are 2 possibilities. If Bobby decides to run on the perimeter of the island, the lion will eventually catch him. And here's the second possibility. Bobby doesn't run on the perimeter. This way, he will be using an escape strategy that will work for an infinite time. So, Bobby should probably choose the second strategy and just wait for the helicopter to come back and pick him up. Bobby and his friends went on vacation to a country house, but unfortunately, it was raining heavily. It kept raining for 13 days. When it rained in the morning, the afternoon was beautiful and clear. And when it rained in the afternoon, the next day was blessed with a clear, nice morning. Overall, the guys experienced 11 nice mornings and 12 nice afternoons. Can you find out the total number of days they spent in the country house?
13 days. Or 14, 13 or 14.
The correct answer is 18. And here's why. Let's call clear afternoons X, clear mornings Z, and no rain period O. This equation represents the number of days with rain. X plus Z equals 13. And here are the days with clear mornings. Z plus O equals 11. And this equation represents days with clear afternoons. X plus O equals 12.
What?
If we solve these 3 equations, we'll learn that X equals 7, Z equals 6, and O equals 5. So, the total number of days is 18. Bobby started his morning by jogging around a park near his house. When he returned, he faced very unpleasant news. Someone had stolen his cab car. He questioned the 3 people standing nearby. Henry said, "Sorry about your car, bro. I've been playing video games for 24 hours. I haven't seen anything suspicious because I didn't leave my basement." Rosie said, "I'm a gardener. I've been planting daisies in the public area all morning. I think I saw a suspicious man who opened the cab car using a knife." Jack said, "I saw your car when I went out for groceries, but when I returned home, it was gone." Who's lying?
I think
Rosie. She said she planted daisies, but there are only rose bushes.
Yeah, the resident of
There was an
daisies.
incident in a secret laboratory.
Right.
One of the scientists released a substance that turned people into vampires. Detective Reed arrived at the scene to interview 3 witnesses. The first scientist, Michael, said, "I stopped by the lab this morning to pick up some notes. The machines were working just fine, and I didn't see anyone. I took the papers and left." The second scientist, Lindsay, said, "I closed the lab at night. One of the PCs was faulty, but I was very tired and decided to leave it till the morning. Unfortunately, I overslept." And the third scientist, Jennifer, said, "I got up early and went to the lab to check the devices. No one seems to have entered the room. I fixed one of the computers and left." Which one of them was lying?
I think it's mid one.
Michael is lying. One of the computers was actually faulty, and Jennifer spent the whole morning fixing it. If Michael had walked into the lab, he would have known about it, or Jennifer would have noticed him. So he must have entered the lab after the others had already left. But why would someone release such a dangerous substance? Michael didn't want to confess, so Detective Reed decided to investigate the crime scene to find out who was behind this. Take a look at this picture. Is there anything suspicious? It looks like Michael dropped an ID card. And look, it doesn't belong to him. The name on the card is George Wilson. Let's ask him about the incident. Detective Reed went to Mr. Wilson's office to ask him about the incident. Oh yeah, I gave my pass to Michael, Mr. Wilson said. But that's only because I had left something in the lab. My glasses. I didn't have time, so I asked Michael to pick them up. Well, that's not a very clever excuse, but how can you prove the man is lying?
I can't see the computer with my glasses on.
There's an open glasses case on the table, and the glasses are inside. But Mr. Wilson, didn't you say that you left them in the lab? Oh, did I say my glasses? Sorry, I meant my papers. I made this mistake because I asked my secretary Shirley to look for my glasses yesterday. Find something to prove Mr. Wilson is lying. There's a calendar on Shirley's desk. Yesterday was her day off. It's marked red. Mr. Wilson is lying. Mr. Wilson was arrested, but people have already begun to turn into vampires. Can you guess who's actually a vampire?
The new reflection.
The woman on the right. She's putting on her makeup, but do you see? She isn't reflected in the mirror. Vampires decided to throw a party. Who among those present is actually an undercover human?
The first one for got big fans.
The guy on the left is a human. He's wearing makeup and false teeth. Meanwhile, those who haven't turned into vampires gather everything they might need to survive. Which of these people is more likely to stay alive?
The one.
All these supplies won't protect the guy on the right from vampires. As for the girl on the left, she's stocked up on what she can to defeat the vampires. She has a higher chance of survival. Let's check out the subway. There are two women here. Which of them is not pregnant?
The first one.
The girl on the left is not pregnant. Look, her belly is of a very strange shape. That's because she has hidden her survival supplies under her clothes. Nikki is also trying to survive. She packed her things and decided to move to a neighboring town. But suddenly, a vampire charged at her car. He damages the vehicle and takes away some supplies. Fortunately, he doesn't manage to bite Nikki. She escapes. Nikki has to stay home. The next day, a young man knocks on her door and asks for help. Is it okay to let him in?
No, we gotta start there.
Nope. He has the same scar on his cheek like the vampire from the day before. Nikki continues to hide at home. One day, some girl starts knocking on her back door. Please help! A pack of vampires is chasing me! Nikki opens the door. The girl is out of breath. But she manages to say, They're almost here. Can I come in? Is it safe to let her in?
Yeah.
No! This girl is a vampire. Anyone in this situation would immediately run inside the house, but vampires can't come in without an invitation.
Big confused of that one.
Nikki was checking her house and suddenly noticed that there was someone in the attic. She approached the shadows. It was a father and daughter. Please don't kick us out. Sorry, we snuck in without permission. We've been trying to hide from the vampires. The father said, Is it safe to let them stay?
You?
Yes. Firstly, they're sitting in the sun, but their skin seems to be okay. Secondly, they managed to enter the house without an invitation. That means they're humans. Nikki let them stay. 3 vampires are walking fast. The first vampire says, 2 other vampires are walking behind me. The second one says,
1 vampire is walking behind me, and 1 is walking in front of me.
And the third one says, 2 vampires are walking in front of me, and 2 are walking behind me. How is that possible?
Because there are
These vampires are walking in circles. Humans, vampires, and werewolves gathered in one mansion. There are as many werewolves as there are vampires. There are as many vampires as there are humans. How many creatures are there if 3 of them are werewolves? There are 9 creatures in the mansion. 3 werewolves, 3 vampires, and 3 humans. Let's take a little break. Time for some quick riddles. Think fast.
What?
A vampire lived in a 1-story black cottage. He had a black cat, a black fish, a black computer, a black armchair, a black desk, and a black phone. Everything was black. What color was the staircase?
Pink. It was pink.
There was no staircase in that house because it was a 1-story cottage.
What?
Now let's go back to Nikki and her adventures.
Trick
Nikki, Peter, and his daughter Becky decided to go to another town together. It takes 2 days to get there.
2
They
days.
drove all day until night fell. Now they have 3 options. First, they can continue driving until the morning, despite the fact that they may meet a lot of vampires along the way. Second, they can spend the night in the nearest cave with bats. And third, they can sleep in the car. Which option would be the safest for them?
Number 1 or number 1? Maybe number 1.
Sleeping in the car is a bad idea. Vampires can sneak up on them in the middle of the night. A night in a cave is also a bad option.
Let's see.
Vampires can hide among these
First one,
bats.
I'm
The
smart.
safest option is to keep driving. Although they'll probably meet vampires, they have a chance to survive if they drive faster. They drove really fast and managed to reach the city by the morning. But when they got out of the car, they discovered they were surrounded by vampires. To escape, they need to choose one of 3 roads. On the first road, there's a pack of vampires. They're coming straight at the guys. There are wild hogs on the second road. The third road leads through a dark alley with hundreds of bats. Which of these 3 ways is the safest?
Number 2.
The second way is the best option because the sun illuminates it, so vampires can't follow Nikki and her new friends.
Yeah.
Plus, these dogs don't look too unfriendly. The man was delighted and said that his name was Douglas. He was a journalist looking for safe places for people.
What?
He suggested creating a password that only humans could figure out. They came up with this one. HAWUH. Can you guess why?
N-H-W. I don't know.
If you look at the reflection of this word in the mirror, you will see Huwan, or H-U-W-A-N. Flip the letter W and you get the word human.
Human.
But only those who get reflected in the mirror will be able to solve this puzzle. The guys reached 3 stores. Now they need to decide which of the stores is safe to enter. Nikki, Peter, and Becky look through the windows to see what's inside. The first store is empty, but it seems to be full of traps. The second store is full of survivors, but they look dangerous. And the third store seems empty as well, but it's completely dark there, and you can't see anything except for dozens of bats. Where should Nikki lead her friends?
The second one? I think the second one.
The first store is the safest. If Nikki, Peter, and Becky notice these traps, then the chances are high they'll be able to avoid them. It's worth a try.
That's the trick one.
There's a man in the city who's trying to survive by hiding among vampires.
Okay.
Nikki spent a week photographing vampires to figure out who he was. Will you be able to see who is actually human in these photos? see, this man has all 4 photos. In one of the photos, he's eating garlic bread. And in this one, his leg is exposed to the sun. He's only pretending to be a vampire. Nikki and the others decided to invite this man to join their group. Nikki and her friends settle down in this town. Can you guess which of these houses belongs to Nikki, in which Peter and Becky live, and in which Douglas has chosen? House number 1 belongs to Peter and Becky. There are 2 bicycles next to it. House number 2 belongs to the journalist. Do you see his equipment? And the remaining house, house number 3, belongs to Nikki.
Okay. So that was a tricky one, isn't it? Those riddles. I hope you guessed the riddles with me, yeah? And if you want me to do guessing the riddles from 7-second riddles, please comment below. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to this channel, and also follow me on Instagram and TikTok. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye, 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 bye.